What's up, guys? Happy Monday. Let's see what's going on this week. So we got some nice earnings today. We have Che coming up after hours. We got Amgen, Simon's Property Group, Tenet. What's up, RB Nickel? Heavies. TSN went 8 today. $99. Jesus Christ, 12% move. Chicken for the win. Carnival, Royal Caribbean, the region all ran up pretty nicely today. Nvidia had a nice little move up, saved some of the calls I had. The big guys are still down. Microsoft, Apple, Twitter. Amazon stacking a little bit. Wow, Google is actually about to fill that gap. And then you have Facebook down another day, brother. Another day. Mamma mia. So it's overall was a pretty flat day with some exception to the upside and exception to the downside. Pretty crazy move, you know. Take a look at the earnings. Paper hand my puts, missed out on $400. Damn, why'd you paper hand? You need to get diamond hands. What puts did you have? Amgen also reported earnings today, so let's check this out. Earnings per share is $4.36 as opposed to $4.12. Sales is $6.8 billion as opposed to $6.88. A lot of these healthcare companies, biotech, healthcare, they aren't hitting their numbers. They aren't hitting their numbers, man. Jeez, man, they have so much products. Stock split, stock split. Oh, jeez. My computer almost froze. It's too much RAM. How much RAM is getting pulled? What is taking up 100 CPU? Man, it's come to the point where you can have 32 GB RAM and still not enough. What does life come to now? Oh, 448 puts? We hit 448 perfectly. Why'd you wick-handed those puts, man? Tis, tis, tis. This company is being acquired by Microsoft, so not really expecting to see any movements. Dollar move. Chegg came out. Let's check out Chegg's. How did Chegg's do? Chegg's is up 15%. I think it's been downturned this whole year, so it's about time for the reversal. Earnings per share is 38 cents as opposed to 31 cents. Sales is 207 as opposed to 195. Wow, pretty good quarter. 30% increase. Oh no, 30% decrease to EPS from last year. 8% increase compared to sales of last year. Oh, 0.08%. Revenue for the year increased 20%. Service revenue 29% year over year. Net loss was 1.5 million, so still not in profitability yet. So let's see, they pulled 776 this year. Next year they're looking to pull 830 to 850. So it's not like, oh, you know, it's not like a huge increase. It's pretty small increase there. Man. Capital expenditure is gonna be a lot too. How much they pull this quarter? Oh, next quarter is gonna be a weaker quarter. Actually, this is not even that good of an earning. It might just been that it's dropped so much that it needed a recovery. I mean, they're still growing, they're expanding and things like that, but it's actually the guidance is pretty weak. The guidance is lower than this quarter's. Lucky meh. Twillo. No, Take-Two Interactive. Take-Two Interactive is pretty flat, up and down, up and down. Let's take a look at the results. Q3 earnings per share is $1.24 as opposed to $1.23. That's a beat. Sales is 866.12 mil as opposed to 879. That's a miss. So this is the earnings per share was unchanged from last year. However, sales is up about 6.3%, even though it didn't meet the estimates. So the company's having some growth, but just not that good. Slower growth. They said they're expecting net booking for 2022 to be about 3.37 to 3.42. But what was this year's net booking? Probably around 320s, I would assume. Or 3.2. Talk about buying out Zanga. They launched GTA again, apparently. What is top 11? Oh, the soccer game? Soccer management game? Stock split, stock split, stock split. Nothing relevant. Weaker than expected quarter in sales and growth. Growth is getting a little stagnant. I mean, then again, it's kind of trading a little bit cheap compared to a year ago. A year ago, the company was trading at $215. Right now, it's trading at $167. 2 years ago, company was trading at $115. Considering the company's been growing like a little bit slower, like 10 to 5%. Let's say for like 110, 111 times 1.11% growth last year times 1.05% growth, and then yeah, it's not really hitting the numbers, I guess, to a certain extent. Let's check out Simon's Property Groups, see what they said. Solo top on SPY calls today. Congrats, Hazard. Good job, man. Does Palantir still suck, or will earnings bring it up next week? Oh man, that stock. AMGN, I was bullish on that ticker. I can see why. A lot of those healthcare and big biotech look interesting, but it's been iffy. Interest hike March. Interest hike is going to be in March. So, Simon's Property Group, $3.09, up from $2.17 year over year. That's pretty good. Sales is $1.33 billion, beat estimate of $1.24. Estimate. This is a 42% increase compared to the same period last year, and about 17% increase compared to last year. Where was the company trading at last year? 95. Oof, stock is up over 50%. 2 years ago, stock was trading around 144s. We'll see which one makes more sense. U.S. mall and premium outlet operating statistics. Occupancy was 93.4%. It's pretty good. Well, actually, only like 2% higher than 2020. They say the base minimum rent per square feet was $53.91. Damn, that's expensive. So they said that October 15, 2021, they opened up this Jeju Island, South Korea. Ooh, I wonder if Jeju Island is where they filmed that show on. They opened a mall on Jeju Island. What? Is this where they filmed Singles Inferno on? Does anybody know? Where's the mall? How far is this from Korea? That seems so interesting. They said they have 2 other international projects going on, one in Japan, where they own 40% interest, and the other one in France. Increased dividend. (2022) guidance, this is looking at 5.9 to 610 per diluted shares, and FFO will be within range of 11 to 70. What we're looking at here. Wow, it's an increase. So 5.9 to 610 is gonna be way better than this year. With this year, we were looking at like 3.6 almost. Pretty good. Looks like they're expecting a better year ahead. So we play one of the alternative tickers, SKT, which is Tanger's Factory Outlet. Very similar company, as opposed to Simon's Property Group, where Simon's Property Group rent out to like malls where they own malls and stuff. This is more like outlet centers, so very similar. So if one of them do good, the other one usually does pretty well. You know, because it would just signal that consumer trend is coming back. So we'll see how that plays out tomorrow. How do we play leading up to CPI data this week? Good question. I posted the thoughts on the market outlook this week in the Twitter account and in the market watch list, so you can check that out. We'll see how that plays out. I think we're still pretty in line with the direction of the moves and things like that. So here it is over here. What's up, Spendo? My boy RB Nickel misses you, man. Haven't been trading much lately, just my usual UVXY. My dad bought 100 share a couple of weeks ago. I'm trying to get him to sell cover calls. Oh, your dad is smart. He is very smart. Let's see what other earnings we got going on today. He bought the low? Of course, man. Of course. The old man's got tricks, yo. Can't doubt your dad like that, man. Yeah. Let's see. So Pfizer's tomorrow morning. BP as well. Cody, Harley Davidson. Cisco. I think this is like a food company. Simsco. Aramark. So these two are like restaurant service food company. SYSCO and ARMK. And then Peloton's after hours tomorrow. So a lot of speculations on Peloton today. I don't know if you guys seen. It was actually a really good day trade ticker, because a lot of people were speculating that, you know, Peloton was going to get bought out by Apple, Amazon, and possibly Nike. I feel like the best opportunity to get bought out is probably by Amazon, because, you know, Apple is like, you know, I could see it work, maybe not. It's like And Apple's also really selective on their stuff too. But like, can you really see Apple selling, Pelotons in their stores? It's kind of like 50-50, right? Or like, are they really like a, fitness company like that? And then like Nike, I could maybe see them sell it in the stores like 50-50. But Amazon, I know for a fact Amazon has the logistics to make it happen. They have the logistic ability to just ship it easy, man, and like dumb money. But UPS driver would probably hate Amazon because they will get such cheaper shipping costs and things like that. But as far as day trade, had a nice move up. Hit like 30 something dollars pre-market, 30 plus pre-market, came back down to this $28 area. That was a good buy to dip. If you guys are part of the swing system, algo, so this is something that I always advocate in our swing system. We look for the doji, and that was there's no better doji than that, right? And then we got the foundation set up, so doji to the foundations, and then boom, 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 boom. So if you picked it up on the low here, 28, you could easily day trade to 30 plus. So that was a pretty good day trade here. No big company wants this Peloton. Yeah, I agree. I'm not crazy about Peloton. Like, like, yo, this company ain't like proprietary. It's not like the best thing ever. It's all right. It's a bike company. It's like a exercise equipment company. There's plenty of them. We have like 4 and 5 of them. Even the other ones has been innovating a lot. I can't remember the name right now, but there's another big popular like treadmill company, and they've been innovating a lot as well. So it's not like Peloton has it's not like they have a unique technology where other people can copy. And then even beach bodies also, like, they're also copying their technology. So there's so many copycats out there, man. It's hard to really like see them as the exclusive product. The only thing that's good about Peloton is their membership service, and they're able to like start that off really well. But at the same time, they also blew so much money, man. They got big people like Jennifer Lopez, and like a bunch of other people to like sign up on the thing to like promote their services. So they're blowing a bunch of money. I remember waking up this morning, people were going crazy. They're like, you know, they're like, oh my god, Peloton's going to go to $60 and things like that. Like, chillax, bro. Peloton's like, I wouldn't call myself the expert of acquisitions or anything like that, but I seen them a lot and I understand it pretty well. And I'll tell you guys how it works from seeing all these acquisitions, right? A lot of times, usually acquisitions, let's say we probably take like the 20-day moving average of Peloton, right? 20-day moving average, let's say it's like $30 best case, right? We'll call it $30. We'll be very, very generous. So let's say if they were getting bought out $30, if somebody were to overpay and they really want to buy out Peloton, and we're looking at the average price of $30 in the last 20 days, give or take, times 1.4, which is a 40% markup fee. This is a usual markup fee that they pay for mergers and acquisitions. So you can see that in Zynga. You saw that in Activision. You can look up any recent acquisition deals and you'll see that. That's usually around the price point. The max this will probably get to is 42. That's on the generous side. On the lower side, would have been 24 times 1.4. So it's anywhere from 33 to 42. Those are the best case scenarios for for Peloton, if they get acquired anytime this week, or if the acquisition happens anytime this week. I wouldn't necessarily buy puts on Amazon unless I was scalping it. Just up and down moves. Like over here, could have bought a put at open. Coming back down to here, go long here, and then could have possibly bought a put in at the double top up here, you know, but it's just iffy. My friend always trying to get me to buy one. I don't know who does Peloton. It's all about Pilates. Cardio is my enemy for walking. I feel you. Simpson man. Oh, actually, let me check this earning real quick. Rambus. It's a global semiconductor solutions. High speed, high security computer chips. Oh, it's Rams? Alright, let's see how this RAM company did. Q4 earnings per share is 5 cents as opposed to negative 11 cents. Year-over-year sales is 91.8 as opposed to 61.9. Looking pretty good. 48% increase compared to the same period last year. How was the stock trading as opposed to last year? Last year, company was trading around $20. So, was that 25% increase? 2 years ago, it was trading at 16. What was the guidance? They see Q1. What the hell? Sales is from 91. Q1 is at only 43. What happened there? So annual sales up 26% year over year. Generated record cash from operations. Product revenue was 45. So actually, the product revenue for Q1 is pretty in line. Wow. Practically double their product revenue compared to 2020. So licensing revenue next quarter is going to be about 64 plus. Product revenue is 43 plus. That's 107. Contract and other revenue is 12. It's 119. $119 compared to what they're making this quarter at 91. So about 24% increase next quarter, pricing in. Still in line with the growth they've been having. RMBS. Wow, so RMBS is kind of at the MOB line. It's either going to break down from here, or it's going to break out from here. So I'm going to set an alert to see which direction it breaks to. Overall earning wasn't that bad. It's actually, it hasn't actually ran too crazy compared to some of the other semiconductor companies, but This could become a buying opportunity soon if we do come back to lower levels. I do like the company and what they do. Let me catch up on the comments. Lynn, what are your thoughts on Qualcomm? Earning was good, but the price dropped a lot. I saw put flow came in as well. I'm thinking to need to stop loss on my calls. Let's check out the flows on Qualcomm. So we got some big sweeps, $140. On the line is 178, which means it's pretty bullish actually. There's some super under the money calls, so pretty mixed there. But toward the end of the day, it was a pretty bullish call flow actually. This also is 175 puts on longer term out, January 2024 as well. Could be hedging on both sides honestly, but these flows over here looks pretty bullish. These last two, $198, 198,000 in it too. So Qualcomm had a good earnings, 40 increase, 30% increase year over year. Next quarter estimate was a little bit weaker as opposed to this quarter, but it's going to be higher than estimate. So it's $2.8 to $3 as opposed to 2.49. However, 2.49 is a little bit lower than this quarter, but it could just be that naturally Q2 a lower quarter. Sales is going to be a little bit iffy. It's going to be higher than estimated, 9.6, but overall, this quarter is going to be a little bit less compared to this quarter as well. 1 year price 151. So it's had about 100% increase from 2020. Looking at the company's growth rate, it's around 42%. So let's say it was like 92 times 1.42 times 1.42, kind of puts it around the current price right now. It's pretty reasonably priced. TSN earnings, yeah. Do we have any other big earnings today? No, right? Let's check out TSN from this morning. What did TSN say that was so crazy? So earnings per share $2.89 as opposed to $1.90. Sales is $12.93 billion as opposed to $12.18. This is a 47% increase compared to the same period last year, and 23% increase in sales compared to the same period last year. Yo, they're selling a lot of chicken. Earnings is mad good. Earnings is mad good. First quarter highlights. That's why it went so crazy. So earnings per share was $3.07, was up 140% from the prior year, and you can see the hit here on the net income as well. Going to 1.2 billion from 467. So they're really like making money there. A lot of chicken, yo. A lot of chicken. Liquidity of $5.2 billion. They said that we purchased about 4.2 million shares for 348 mil. They literally have so much money, they're just buying back their shares. Pleased with the results of the first quarter. Our performance reflects the resilience of our multi-protein portfolio, even with the continued volatility in the marketplace. We remain committed to winning with our team members, winning our customers and consumers, and winning with excellence. We have the right team who are taking the right actions. As a result, we believe our future is bright. That's some BS. So these are some average price. What is this average price per pound? What are we looking at? Pork $1.62? I don't even know. Oh, these is just sales versus average price change. So they're selling up like a lot of beef. They sold 31% more beef. They sold 12% more pork, almost 20% more chicken, 13% prepared food, and other random international sales from lizards, goats, chicken, dogs, and so on. Just kidding. Yeah, actually, it's probably just them jacking up prices, yo. So they expect sales to be at the upper end of the 49 to 51 billion in 2022. So what did they end this quarter at? We didn't get a pretty in line, I guess. I thought it was something crazier that blew the stock off, but I guess not. It was just really good numbers this year. Took it from $90 to $98. I think this is like the all-time high price for Tyson's chicken, yo. Jesus. It could also honestly just be people looking at value opportunity, and they look at Tyson chicken and they're like, look at the company. The company's trading at less than 1 to price to sale, which is usually very, very low. Price to earnings about 10 to 11, which is like kind of in line with like food companies like this. Sometimes food companies could even go as low as 5 because the growth isn't really there for a lot of food companies. They grow very slow. But the price to sale metric is pretty interesting there. So revenue growth is usually about 8-9% a year. EPS growth is 47%. Debt to equity is pretty low at 0.5. I wonder if the other chicken company ran SAFM. So there's only like 2-3 major chicken farmers. This is the other one, SAFM. Trading pretty cheap at 181. That's a discount. This market's like, why? Volatility is kind of good, actually. It is a little bit risky, though. Amazon must buy Pinterest and make Amazon for hobbyster. Actually, that's a good idea. I mean, wait, isn't Amazon already doing that, though? How is Chipotle looking? Let's check the charts. CMG. Yo, Chipotle was it was kind of looking good on the weekly chart, and the daily chart not so much. Um, RSI is very high, getting ready to come down a little bit, such as the market. Best case scenario, you're looking for the double bottom move. Worst case, breaks through this level, this $1,200 level. It's over. Yo, considering Chipotle actually didn't run that much. Actually, they hit 100% at some point, but they're starting to come down. And considering how COVID did to COVID, I mean, what COVID did to Chipotle, they actually recovered pretty well. I mean, look at this. They recover by in 2 months. So COVID happened, COVID crashed March, 2020, and then by May they had already recovered all of COVID crash, and people were shorting Chipotle, and they were just getting wrecked because this company had like a super V-shaped recovery. What a scam! But their business was pretty resilient, though. I mean, they did lose money. They lost some money in some quarters, but their business was pretty resilient considering the fact that like they had already developed their apps, and they already figure out ways to like they got very efficient, man. They're like Starbucks with the apps, like super efficient, getting people to be in and out, and like seamless orders and contactless deliveries and things like that, and partnerships. So they made a really smart move that time, and they were able to capitalize it like very very well. If only Medano came up with the app way earlier, they would have been killing it, man. They would have probably overtaken Chipotle somehow. So sad. Sometimes being in the right place at the right time helps. Like for Chipotle, they just happened to be working on the app like long before, and they were the right place, and it helped. And I'm helping out pretty well. This is the Bitcoin mining company. Might see some recovery as Bitcoin is breaking out a little bit. So I think they reported some data today and checking this out. 2021 data, 2022 data. But sometimes these companies are scams too. The company anticipates preliminary revenue approximately 52 million for 2021, up from 2020 at 23. They expect. What the hell? So they expect revenue for 2022 to be 155 mil, 197% increase. Yo, that's nuts. Wait. They expect to make $82 million from Bitcoin mining in 2022? What are they doing? How? What is turn on green? Yo, this is really interesting here. Some EV thingy. And they expect their real estate, what? To go 15x? Are they just pulling numbers out of their butt at this point, man? So real estate revenue is gonna go from $800,000 to 15 mil. What the hell? Bitcoin. BitNow expects to grow its Bitcoin mining operation through strategic procurement of power at its Michigan data center to support the additional Bitcoin mining equipment the company plans to install in 2022. The company is taking a dual-pack strategy for power procurement, looking at the cost-benefit analysis of increasing capacity in Michigan versus procuring power in a more advantaged geography. To this end, it now is exploring various tax-friendly locals, in addition to opportunities through alternative energy sourcing, including hydropower. The company's projected Bitcoin mining revenue resumes the installation of 20,600 Bitcoin miner by the end of 2022. A Bitcoin price of $41,500 and a mining difficulty of 26.7 trillion. Turn on Green project to grow from 5.3 million to 13 million in 2022 through its increased sales of electric vehicle charging stations, and we also expecting 15.4% revenue from our subsidiary Alt Global Real Estate Equities, which is recently announced acquisition for hotels, including 2 Marriott and 2 Hilton hotels located in the suburbs of Madison, Wisconsin. The company notes that Bitcoin mining estimates are subject to actual delivery and installation of Bitcoin miners, the volatility in Bitcoin market price, and the fluctuations of its mining difficulty, and other factors that may impact the results of the operation. Ah, all right. So I guess the other things aren't that bad, maybe to a certain extent, because they're picking up some hotels that they think they could potentially generate, 4 hotels that they think they could potentially generate a buttload of revenue. The Bitcoin mining is probably the most speculative out of them all because they're expecting difficulty not to increase too much and stuff like that. But that's very, very interesting. I don't know what to make of this. Can they really pull it off? I think Byron might like this. I said that he likes the crazy shit like this. Let me catch up in comments. Joel D. HubSpot, HUBS. Let's check it out. CTRM. Very interesting, you said. Are you thinking about? Are you saying it's very interesting because you're thinking about shipping companies and supply chain issues, and that because of all these shipping companies might have an opportunity to go up a lot higher? HubSpot looks pretty interesting. RSI is getting a little bit hot on the daily, so we might possibly see a little rejection. Sometime it could run further. Most of the time, it will likely come back down. So very, very, very interesting areas to be cautious here. We do have earnings coming up. Anything can happen. The weekly though, it did drop a lot. So the stock was trading at $800, came down to 450s. At COVID time, it was around 200. So still up. It's still up. 2x plus from COVID, from pre-COVID. But it's also down a lot from the peak here. So really have to look into the company's business and things like that. They say Hub's growth is about 30% year over year. A lot of these cloud companies are very, very speculative, so very dangerous. Hey, good afternoon, Mario. How you doing? Facebook, I got you. Thoughts on PayPal, Facebook? Might have to take a short on Chipotle for earnings. No, don't do it, man. Don't do it, man. Chipotle is the biggest scam. Don't short them. All right, let's take a look at Facebook and PayPal. So Facebook's been dropping almost at that second level that we're talking about. At a good area to buy the dip. The second level is the pre-COVID level. This is January 2020 highs, and this is an area that I said, hey, let's just drop here, and so I can pick up some positions. So I have some orders, waiting to pick up around like 223s. We haven't really hit that area today, but it's looking like a good area to go long. We hit 224 on the low of the day, so we'll see if we can take it there. Tomorrow maybe, if market drops a little bit more, maybe. It's around 224 after hours as well. So I think if you like Facebook as a company, if you think they have opportunity, it's a good area to take some leaps. Let's say we can look for like a $300 recovery. You could go on. You can look at 2024s, right? $300 recovery, assuming. So it costs about $2,500, but hey, it's cheaper than buying shares, So if this comes back to like $300 plus, 2 years from now, you'd be good. If it comes back so if it hits $300, in February, you make $4,000. You 100% essentially, 150%. If it hits that number hits $300 by December, you hit about 97%. So this is a reasonable risk and reward. You got 2 years to play that out. So I like it. I think it's a good risk and reward area to go long on Facebook. But hey, who knows? What if the market just crashes and like it'd be lucky to come back to $200 when it crashes to like 100, right? Who knows? But nah, it should be a pretty big company. It should be safe. CTRM. It's a big penny stock. I remember this trading at 60 cents the year before. Had a huge run to $20 at some point. That was crazy. So me and Arby Nico was talking about this other company last night as well, or this other company related to like seaborne transportation and things like that. So Castor Maritime is a provider of seaborne transportation service for dry bulk cargo, including iron ore, coal, grain, steel products, fertilizer, cement, sugar, scrap metal, people, among others. And the company's revenue are derived from time charter and bareboat charter and spot charter contracts. So it's magic, it's shipping, it's caster things, and not whatnot. But a lot of these companies, man, they have so much expense that they spend on capital expenditure, bolts, and things like that. That it's very hard to like look at them in a good way. So even though they're making dumb money right now, I guarantee you they're making the most money they ever made in their lifetime, because of the situation right now. But let's see. Actually, their debt to equity isn't that bad. 0.25. It's actually pretty reasonable. So you say you saw the earnings today and you really liked it. Is that what happened? Look at this. It's crazy, man. This quarter, they made so much money. They essentially made more than 50% of their net income for the year. So, revenue, right? Fourth quarter, December 31st, 2021. Revenue was $60 million, for the first 3 months ended, as opposed to 4.4 million from the year before. All right. Net income was about 29 million compared to when they used to lose money. The previous year they were losing zero point 0.8 mil, right? Now they made 29 mil. The company essentially went from like 0 to 29x, like zero, bro, to 29x. That's nutty. That's how much you know cost of shipping has increased. Um, During the fourth quarter 2021, we had taken successful delivery of 3 vessels. They currently got 29 vessels. They have having more than quadruple the number of vessels as owned. Wow. They 4x the vessel from 2020. So they probably had like what, 12? No, not even 12. Oh, they have 29 right now divided by 4. It's like 7. Jesus. Oh, these are the purchase price. Jesus, man. Did it get cheaper? Or is this data outdated? Oh yeah, we are seeing signs of relief in the shipping container cost. Yeah, but you also have to be forward looking as well. So that's why I was looking up the cost of shipping containers to see like what the supply chain logistics issue was looking like. So, prior to COVID, it was normal to see like, costs of like 1.5K to 2.6K to ship something from, Shanghai to New York or Shanghai to LA, right? So you can see that in the data I'm looking at here. Um, so this article was like pretty recent. It was like 2 months ago. I mean, it's not super recent, but I would say it's still reasonably recent. And and this was like before COVID, and then after that in 2021, the price had dramatically increased. We started hitting like you know from 1.8, let's say 1.8 to LA, 2.6 to New York, to like 4.2, right? So almost 100% increase there. Um, and then when it peaked over here in September, 1.8 to 12.4. So that's almost 10x increase. You know, um, 5x increase, 5x plus 6x increase. So it's been a lot, increasing over here, but we're starting to slow down. We're coming back down a little bit. So the real question is like, yeah, they're doing a lot of expansion and things like that, but how long is the supply chain issue gonna be a supply chain issue? Like, like, is the supply chain issue gonna come back down, or is it gonna continue to stagnate around this area, right? Like, is it gonna continue to stagnate around here, or is it gonna come back down to normal around this low range? I would say we're probably gonna see like at least $4,000 to $6,000. I think that's still a reasonable area for us to be at, for us to normalize that. I don't know if we'll ever come back down to this range here, but I think we'll at least stay at this range, which means that this company will still make money, but they just won't make as much money if these costs aren't up 4 to 10x, right? Um, so obviously last quarter was a peak quarter for them. That was the best of the best quarter. But let's do some math. Let's see how much they should be worth. Just by enterprise value alone, we're looking at 160 mil, 634 divided by the shares. So it says it should be worth at least $1.69. Trading at 1.49 price to sales. Bazinga has it on a book value of 3.46, but it might not be updated to account for the capital expenditures. So that's probably something we got to take a look at. But I think it's definitely interesting. It's definitely interesting to see what direction it can go. It's probably something we have to like do get a better look at like the DCF model on it. Let me look at the technicals on it too. CTRM. I used to hate this company, by the way. Can you believe it? It was trading at $20 at one point. Oh, they did a split too. Could be a beginning of weekly reversal as well. So looking at the weekly chart, we have a doji the week before. We're having the foundation set up. Could be a weekly reversal, and that could end up going higher. So kind of like this. But that's on the weekly chart though, so you only be buying shares at this range. So kind of like that. We'd be looking for a breakout, for a move to come back to the daily level at the $1.96. I think that could be interesting there. If you're gonna play it, take it. You could take it potentially from $1.40 to $1.96, and kind of get out there. You could like amass a starter position here and see how it goes. But RSI is very hot. Ideally we wanted to see it cool down on the half-day chart here. Maybe a pullback to $1.20s. Take a look at PayPal real quick in the stream here today. But that was a good one, Kip. Thanks for bringing that up. Oh, check it out. I'm liking PayPal here as well. It's coming back to the 2020 range. It's a good area to go leaps on it. Earnings wasn't too phenomenal, but it's an interesting company. I think it's a strong financial company. I don't see how it wouldn't recover. I'd love to see ARC F come down, honestly, so I can just buy that instead of PayPal. But I think this is a good area to buy leaps 2024. Assuming they also have some Bitcoin holding too. So if Bitcoin continues to move up higher, it would do good for them. If Bitcoin dies, then it would not be good for them. So it's also a bit on cryptocurrency as well, because they're involved in that. PYPL. Yo, RV Nickel, when'd you get Arc F, man? Jesus, this guy, so degen. He loves that degen stuff. I love it. All right, man. I think we're gonna end it here. We found some really interesting tickers: Facebook, PayPal, Castro, Maritime. So let's take a look. We'll see how they play out later this week. But thanks for stopping by and hanging out, guys, and have a good night. A lot of interesting stuff tomorrow. So I'm excited to see Chipotle. A little bit bullish on XPO for tomorrow. So can't wait to see that. Take care, guys.